What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1!
back at it again, answering your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get those questions first. And that is what God Emperor of Pierogies did. He asks, which of the Imperial Guard regiments has the strongest soldiers, and which one is the weakest? So the strongest Imperial Guard regiment soldiers, arguably, are the Stormtrooper regiments or the Catagen regiments. They have a different name now. What are they called? But basically, they're the elite of the elite. They actually train alongside commissars, inquisitors, and sisters of battle. Mm-hmm. They are raised in the Schola Progenium, so they're, top of the line. Cute face, thin waist with big behinds.
Ya tú sabes.
So,
I mean, when you put it like that, you kind of put my choice.
Oh, what were you going to say?
You basically just put my head on the curb and just stomped on it.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Catachans, because jungles.
No, yeah. I mean, check out our 40 facts on life on
a jungle world, or was it on
no,
Catachan?
on Catagen.
Yeah.
On Catagen. Those that's no joke, man. I wouldn't want to go there.
But I mean, when they're training with like Sisters of Battle and they're going to the Schola and all that, like, yeah, you're getting all that education and all that top tier nobility like training, but is that better than fighting in the deepest, thickest jungles with like
since birth?
Yeah, since birth against feral like orcs and monstrosities and all that. Have you seen Anaconda with Ice Cube? I think J-Lo was in that too, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
That was a waste of my time.
Ice Cube was basically a Catachan jungle fighter.
Yeah. Which is funny because it's Ice Cube.
Yeah.
He has a little gut.
Yay.
But yeah, that's the point though. It's arguable. I think it's Catagen, Deathcore of Krieg.
I don't say they're the best. They're just tough and like
kill them with numbers type of thing, right?
There you go, yeah.
Okay, so well then Catagen, Kazarkin, and
Cadians? I mean, they still stood when their planet fell.
Maybe.
Or so the meme says.
I think like Cadian Guard is kind of the same as the Deathcore of Krieg.
Yeah.
Like they're good, but they die easily. Whereas the Catachans, they wrestle with orcs.
Mm-hmm. As babies.
Which is the weakest?
Valhallan Ice Warriors?
No, I think the Valhallan Ice Warriors are pretty tough. The Talaran are pretty tough. But no, the weakest is going to be...
Those jump troops?
Oh, the...
what are they called?
Vostrayan...
Something like Firstborn? That? I don't know, something like that.
No, those weren't it.
No.
But yeah.
There's a lot of Imperial Guard regiments, yeah.
There are. Mm-hmm. We should create a playlist. I think we have one. Or no, we don't have one. I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of.
There is a regiment that I talked about a month or two ago.
The one made out of prisoners?
No. The one that was made out of like the highborns. And they actually have like a retinue of servants with them as they go into battle. They're probably the weakest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Faking It 66. Could a Primarch survive Exterminators? What about a Demon Primarch? Or a Primarch who was a Perpetual?
Vulcan can, yeah.
Yeah. It's just funny. It's like, let's blow up this planet where nothing survives. And it's just a Primarch, like, here I am.
I really would be interested to find out what the process is of rebirth for like Vulcan. Because they don't talk about that.
They don't. Yeah. It's like, if you chop off his head, like, does his head, like, disintegrate and a new one regrow in its body? Or do two Vulcans come out? Like,
yeah.
How does that work? 1, 2, 3, crunch. I don't know.
You're crunching a Primarch.
Mm-hmm. Bob O.
Oh, I was looking at that one too.
Think about this. Space Marine Ogrins. What do you think? Good or bad?
Yeah, it can't happen. It cannot happen.
You didn't use a contraction.
Yes.
It cannot happen.
It cannot happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now...
triple negative.
Yes, though. If it did happen. Which we just said it can't.
No, I'd say either way, you wouldn't want to have an Ogryn Space Marine. Because they're not... Their cognitive function isn't to where it needs to be. So they'd just be basically an Ogryn just with bigger? Like, why?
They would be like the Beasts of Nurgle. Check out our 40 facts on the Beasts of Nurgle, and they're just giant puppies.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
it's really cute.
but they're like spewing out like pus.
Like as they lick you, you're melting. And all this.
But I think that's what a Space Marine Ogryn would be. It would just be like a really like Hodor style like cuteness. If you think that's cute, but at the same time it's like bad too because of what you said.
Kind of like was it Lenny from Mice and Men?
Lenny from Mice and Men.
You never read of Mice and Men?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Uncultured.
Yeah. Sorry.
What about Hawthorne Heights?
No, I skipped all of my literature and what was it called? English classes? Mm-hmm. They had a special name though.
American Lit, Brit Lit.
Yeah, all that stuff I just like Sparkle Notes or what is it called?
Spark Notes.
Yeah, that one.
You should at least get the gist of things.
Nah, like literature is never my thing, man. I don't like reading. And now we do it for a living. Kinda. Next question. Eternal_Canet. That's not a question. Never mind.
Faking It 66. Can you guys do a 40 facts on Cypher? Are there even 40 facts available on Cypher? We already did. Yeah. Check it out. It should be in the Dark Angel playlist.
Next question comes from Tim Fletcher. Which Chaos God does each late night host follow? Do you watch any of them?
Yeah, I watch a few. Well, I wouldn't say I watch the whole thing. I watch like the clips they put out on their YouTube pages.
Is Trevor Noah considered a late
I'd say
night host?
yes. I'd say yes.
Okay. Well, I think Trevor Noah would follow. I think they all follow Zinch.
I don't know about James Corden though. He's a little plump.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't really watch him though.
No. You don't watch like the Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts. That's very Nurgle right there.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, but he is very Nurgle-ish.
Yeah, I'd say he'd be Nurgle. What's that one guy?
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
I don't know. I like him. Out of all of them, I say Fallon's the most entertaining for me.
Really?
Because he laughs at his own jokes, and to me, that's hilarious.
I don't like that. That's what I don't like about him. It's like whenever he talks, I feel like he's fake.
I like them when he's on Saturday Night Live because he does not stay in character, and he's like laughing with the audience, but he's in the skits. Like that whole like fourth wall break. I don't know. That's just really funny to me.
Okay, that's the reason I don't like it. And then also the other chick. What's the bigger chick? From SNL. She breaks the fourth wall or whatever. She's just bad at that.
I think I know what you're talking about. She has like brown hair.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
But
you know Colin Jost is like engaged to Scarlett Johansson now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Scarlett Johansson's getting a standalone movie, even though she's dead. No, the character. Sorry.
Spoiler alert, guys. On two occasions.
Yeah. Next question.
Ooh, this is interesting. Arthur Ross. What are your current D&D characters? And if they were Space Marines, what chapter would they be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You're a good one.
So, we'll go first and then I'll think about it.
All right. So currently I have a high elf warlock named Alar, and he's like
a murderer.
He cured you from your lycanthropy.
Killed me.
Like cure through murder. But yeah, he's under servitude of a demon. Well, he's under servitude of a vampire, and he's trying to kill that vampire. But to do that, the vampire gave him powers by signing a pact with a demon. So now there's a demon in his head, and he's trying to get all this power to kill his slave master, pretty much, the vampire, and reunite with his brother, who the vampires are kind of like keeping tabs on him. So like they're using his brother as a means to control me, Alar. So because of that, I feel I'd be like Conrad Kurtz.
Yeah.
So he's like demons and like vampires and stuff like that. So, Night Lords.
I played a dwarf druid who's like quick to pick a fight. He would be a space wolf just because he's quick to pick a fight.
He had a beard.
Yeah, and he had a...
he could turn into bears.
Burrs, a giant snake at the end, too.
True.
That's pretty cool. But he picked a fight with each member of the group at some point. So that's very Space Marine-like, or Space Wolf of him, because the Space Wolves have a rivalry with the Dark Angels, they have a rivalry with the Inquisition, they have a rivalry with the Minotaurs, it just goes on and on and on. And then currently in your campaign, or any other ones?
I don't think, well, the one that we kind of stopped with you, because I haven't used the guy that I created yet, because you guys were in my campaign at the time.
Yeah. Because I have
campaigns.
Yeah, I have a wizard too that I play in that one weird campaign that we're doing. But I haven't really played him that much to know his personality and where he would fall.
Yeah, it's only been, 2 sessions?
Yeah.
And that was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Kelly Doomed Guy Reed. Are you guys going to do a video on all you know about the Catan shards?
Yeah.
We do that?
I think we've already done a lot of stuff on the Catan, just because they're like one of my favorite beings in the 40K universe. So check those videos out first, and then we'll do like a whole enticing video.
Word. Last question comes from Collector Tyrant. He asks, do you guys think there are too many Black Power armies?
To slow it down.
Black Power armor armies in 40K universe, and what is your opinion on why they are? Don't you think it would be confusing if Black Templars and Raven Guard teamed up to fight a massive force of Black Legion and Fallen in one battle? P.S. I forgot Iron Hands and Death Company from the Blood Angels, and tons of second founding chapters like the Black Dragons, etc. The thing about each one of those chapters that you mentioned is that they have they have some form of uniqueness to them. The Black Templars have chains and robes.
Yeah.
They're
zealots. They still worship the god, or the emperor as a god,
yep.
And they don't follow the codex at all. They do their own thing.
The Raven Guard are known for their beak helmets.
Stealthy too.
Yep. So they have a look to them that is different than most other chapters. And then
Black Legion obviously is chaos. They're gonna have like spiky bits on them.
Yeah, and then you have the Black Dragons who also have spiky bits,
but not chaos.
Yeah, and then you have the Death Company. The Death Company actually are primarily close combat units, so they're gonna be armed with that. So close combat weapons. So making them different than most other. And
I don't know if you mentioned it, but Legion of the Damned also wear black, but they're pretty much on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Iron Hands, they have iron hands,
Yeah.
So they have silver and like robotic bits and pieces.
Yeah, like their leg can be chopped off and be replaced with a robot arm. They have the servo harness.
Yeah.
So all these chapters have very distinct things about them.
So no, we don't agree that it's a bad thing, or that there's too many of them.
Yeah, because on the contrary, you could give them, or the GW could have gave them some really weird color schemes, and I think it's better that they stick to black.
Yeah.
Than like giving them like purple and orange, like.
And it's easy to paint for most people. We have a new guy in the group that's doing Raven Guard, and he's like really excited about his miniatures, but they're just black. At some point, he said he's gonna do the edge highlights on them.
Yeah, which is really tedious.
But that's the thing too, I guess, with the black armies. You could put them on the battlefield right away.
Yeah.
Because it's just like prime and black. You don't even have to do a wash, and you're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the questions for today. Thank you for sending them our way. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. We do this 4 times a week. We have a Patreon where you can support us, and power to the player. I watched a GameStop video. This is a great one.
Sound Alchemist. Player to the power.